Hello everybody, here I am on platform 5 at Sunbury Station and I'm waiting for the train to take to Sunbury, which will come in about 20 minutes time. So why am I waiting on platform 5? The reason is that this is part of my quest to visit the end of the line stations on each of the Melbourne rail lines, and today we're going to Sunbury, which is the end of the station at the end of the Sunbury Line.
Good afternoon, customers. Your next service to departing platform 5 will be the 12:22 Sunbury. From the North Station to Sunbury instead of South. Your next service to departing platform 5 will be the 12:22 Sunbury.
Well, here we are on the train to Sunbury.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is your Sunbury service. Stop at North Station to Sunbury.
And that was the station announcement. That was the conductor's announcement to prove it. And we're off on the journey to end of the line Sunbury Station. This is a good view of the high-rise apartment blocks in the South Bank precinct. I shall be doing a video of this area in the near future. Now arriving at Southern Cross Station, our first stop on this epic journey. Now leaving Southern Cross Station. This is a good view of the high-rise buildings and Marvell Station in the Docklands precinct. What he meant to say was Marvell Stadium, not station. Here we can see the rooftops of the Temple of the Heavenly Queen as we approach Footscray Station. There's a V-Line locomotive-hauled passenger train making its way towards Southern Cross. There's a V-Line velocity train outbound and making its way towards either Geelong or the Ballarat-Ararat line. The Velocity is a very comfortable train which operates on the Victorian Regional Rail network and is operated by a company called V-Line.
Now arriving at Keel Plains.
Keilor Plains is very much a commuter's railway station. Just take a look at this massive car park. Keilor Plains Station is named after the geological feature of the same name, which are the old lava plains located to the northwest of the city of Melbourne. We are now approaching a brand new suburb called Water Gardens. And this interesting looking building looks like an Eastern European Orthodox Christian church. We are now approaching Digger's Rest.
Now arriving at Digger's Rest.
Digger's Rest is so called because it is the location where the gold diggers would rest for a day overnight on their journey from Melbourne towards the goldfields of Castlemaine and Bendigo. This signage indicates that the road bridge over the railway line will be completed in 2025, thus eliminating the level crossings. So our next stop is Sunbury. We've made it nearly to the end of the line. Sunbury Station opened on the 10th of February 1859 as a terminus on the rail line to Bendigo. The line was originally built by the Melbourne, Mount Alexander and Murray River Railway Company, later to be taken over by Victoria Railways. The approach to Sunbury comprises many industrial estates populated with light industrial units.
Now arriving at Sunbury. This train will be terminating at Sunbury.
That is an interesting brick structure. I'll do some research and find out what it is. And that's an interesting looking clock tower. So we've made it to Sunbury. Now we're going to get some lunch and then we'll take a good look around the station.
Good afternoon, customers. Your next service to depart from platform 1 will be the 136 Flinders Street, stopping all stations to Flinders Street except South Kensington. Your next service to depart from platform 1 will be the 136 Flinders Street, stopping all stations to Flinders Street except South Kensington. And always remember to touch on your Mikey at the start of your journey.
Well, I'm on platform 1 and my first impressions are this is a very big station. It accommodates this whole train which we came in up from Flinders Street earlier today. Train number 348M. And here's a view of the line back to Melbourne. There is plenty of seating all along the platform and the canopy overhead to protect you from the elements whilst you're waiting for your train. And this passageway takes us out into the car parking area. Sunbury Garden Club since 1993. Well done, Sunbury Garden Club. It looks good. And there's a bench so we can sit here in the shade and wait for our train. Okay, so that seems to be some sort of a cafe, but obviously not open today. So here's a nice little waiting room. There's quite a large car park here for commuters who drive to the station. There is also a very large bus interchange area for people who need to take a bus on for their train journey. And here's a view of the station from the outside, just adjacent to the bus interchange area. The station features a comfortable waiting area with plenty of seating and air conditioning, a customer service office at one end and the toilets at the other. So we've got two footbridges at the station, as you can see behind me. One is a pedestrian footbridge, and I would imagine the other is a disability, DDA, Disability Discrimination Act footbridge, which will have lift to accommodate wheelchairs and prams. So we'll check them both out. First, the footbridge. Okay, I was wrong there. There is no lift. It's just gentle ramps which take everybody up to the same bridge over the railway lines. You can exit by steps as we just did, or ramp on the other side. And that would be the line going out to Seymour. And that's the line back to Melbourne. And there's an interesting looking clock tower. I don't know what that's all about, but it's certainly very nice. So this ramp down off the footbridge takes us down to a large, in fact I would say massive car park. And there's the other side of the clock tower. It was built in 2020 as part of the Sunbury Central shopping precinct redevelopment. We're in luck. A V-Line train for Sunbury has just arrived in the station. It is actually a Bendigo line train which is stopping in Sunbury on its way to Bendigo. Well, that was good timing. So now I'll take the ramp down to the station platform level. Well, I'm sorry about that, everybody. My GoPro ran out of battery just as I was coming down the ramp onto the platform. So I had to find a seat and change the batteries over. But we're back in business again. Well, I did some research into this brick structure, but so far I've discovered nothing at all about it. Could it perhaps be a disused brick signal box?
Good afternoon, customers. Your next service to depart from platform 2 will be the 216 Flinders Street, stopping all stations to Flinders Street except South Kensington. Your next service...
If you have any information about this structure, maybe you could leave it in the comments below. That would be really helpful. And now, friends, it's time for the toilet tour. And of course, a visit to a new station would not be complete without a toilet tour. So let's go. Two basins, a bit of graffiti on one of the mirrors, one stainless steel urinal, a little bit smelly, and one WC for those who need to sit down, and that seems to be quite clean. There is a bit of graffiti on the wall, unfortunately. This plaque gives a brief history of the station. And don't do any of these things. What a nice little arbour to enter the station. Well, I just had a little bit of a walk along the Sunbury shopping area, and I must say it seems to be quite a clean city. This area of town seems to be quite clean, pavements are free of litter, and there doesn't seem to be any graffiti on the walls. And there's a branch of Chemist Warehouse, my favourite chemist. This is the main entry road to the station precinct. And now it's time to wrap up this journey, return to the station and catch my train back to Melbourne. As we make our way through the North Melbourne freight yards, on the way to Southern Cross Station. I'd like to thank you for coming with me, and I do hope you enjoyed this video. If so, could I ask you to like and subscribe to my channel? Thanks again for watching. You know, if you were to click on that subscribe button, that would let me know that you enjoyed the video and encourage me to make more for your viewing pleasure. So, go ahead and subscribe. You know you want to.